Holy shnikes, Andy. Will you look at it outside there? I mean, come on, man. I mean, hot child, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirty and gritty. Been down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city. I see the little red light on. I know that we're live. And frankly, I don't give a damn. How can you go wrong with a little John Sebastian and Loving Spoonful on a sunny Monday morning? Good morning. The red light's on. All right. Good morning. Good morning. It's already, what, 71 out there? Hoofty. And it's 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. You know the drill. If you're already listening to me and you're not at work yet, it's after 8, so you needed to be there at late 8. You're late. So forecast has us in the, what, Andy, upper 80s? Not a cloud in sight? Absolutely. And yesterday it was scorching. It was like 90 at like 8 o'clock. Yeah, with weather like this now, come on, there is absolutely no reason to take your dog anywhere in a car. All right? Today, leave him home, leave her home, leave your dog home where it's cool and safe. That's how we do it. There's no reason to take your dog and endanger their lives by taking them somewhere in 80, 90 degree heat in your car. Okay? Agree? All right. So without any further ado, let's give a big shout out to our sponsor at the Great Falls Gazette. Hey, there's a good-looking girl there on Crime Stoppers here. What was this, Fridays? Oh, she's been arrested. Oh, well, she's been arrested. Great Falls Gazette is still only $1. Has a weekend and a Monday edition. Garage sales in it, local sports, local stories, local advertisers. It's just a better deal than the Great Falls Tribune. The folks down at the Great Falls Gazette actually care, are involved in the community, interact on the social media, on the community pages. Big shout out to all the staff management over there, or should I say down there. Aren't they down the hall, take the stairs, go down the floor, 2 floors? And there they are. To the left, to the right. I don't know, but you know what I do know? We haven't made it to the cover of the Great Falls Gazette. No, we haven't. We haven't made it to the cover. Good to see our smiling face on the cover of the Great Falls Gazette. Yeah, cooking Monday morning. Cooking. We are cooking. Yeah. I don't have a cooking song. I do not. I have a burning. If I had something on the stove and I was like burning it, I would, something's burning, blah, 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 something's burning. And then, once I was putting the fire out, I would like, smoke on the water, fire in the sky. So, on a warm week, we don't take our dogs out. Let's get right to it. Friday night, if you weren't aware, Kai Stewart from right here in Great Falls, Montana, defended his bare knuckle fighting championship featherweight world title at, BKFC 62 in Hollywood, Florida. It was a unanimous decision over the hometown favorite, Brian Durant. It was the third straight win for Kai Stewart when he's been a betting underdog, which goes to show you that the odds makers don't know what the beef they're talking about. Okay, Kai basically he beat the crap out of Durant. He knocked him down twice. Well, twice, but 3 times, but they said the third time. But they say, oh, he slipped out of, he slipped out of banana peel that was in the ring. But what a good representative of Montana. What a stud, man. I've met him, I've mentioned that in previous podcasts. I met him, and he's really, really a nice guy. I mean, he's really, really nice guy. He's he's got that handlebar mustache thing, like going like remember in the old Luden's cough drops, they had the guy with like this, yeah, we're going to knock out your cough, it's got Kai Stewart's on the package now. No doubt, man, he's still the king, featherweight champion, Always nice to see him, too. I've seen him a couple times. Really nice. But he's represents our state well. Tough guy. The king. Yeah, we'll call him the king for now. Like I said, he was underdog. He was like the bookmaker's underdog for the last 3 fights, but he won. And that was much to the chagrin of gamblers who always bet on the favorites. It's like, stop right there! I gotta know right now! Okay, I don't know why I threw meatloaf in. I'm gonna do it because it's my show. Okay? Well, you see, there's a problem, Danny. Let's get into it. Congratulations to Kai. He bucked the odds for the last 3 fights. The odds makers weren't happy about it, but you see, in 2018, the Supreme Court. That's Supreme Court. That's right. In 2018, so it would be pretty close to that Supreme Court. Struck down a federal ban on commercial, strictly commercial, on commercial sports betting in most of the country. Probably not Alabama. Why do I say that? Because that's why. Because it's Alabama. But since then, in 2018, 33 states have made sports gambling legal, including Montana. I mean, I remember, I was in office pools, and, the football, I'm tiebreaker with everybody in the office on the Monday night game, and I've got 26 points. Okay, and I remember the NCAA tournament pools. They'd have them at the bars, and you could buy squares, and, but now, if you wanted to really gamble live, you'd have to go to the halftime here in Great Falls, and then wait till the ponies would come on in the afternoon, and they'd have the tracks, and you'd go to the betting window, and that's basically it. Or the state fair. You could play the ponies at the state fair. Oh yeah, it's about, what is it? It's about a month and a half, about 6 weeks till Foghat. Full ride, barrel, bow, bow, down take it easy. All right, the gamblers do not take it easy. Because now, since 2018, you can just about bet on any sporting event under the sun. I mean, seriously, you could bet on basketball, baseball, football, hockey, women's basketball, women's hockey, women's college football. And you don't even have to go to the local bookie. The guy, the bent nose bookie down the street. You want Cleveland in 6? I guess. Seriously? And what? St. Louis and you're giving up 5? What? Holy shit. You're going to break my legs if I don't take them? I mean, seriously. But now, you don't even, now, not only do I have to not even go to my bookie anymore, I'm not fessing up that I had a bookie. I'm pleading the fifth on if I've ever placed a bet with a bookie. All right? But you don't even have to go to the halftime anymore to go down, and you can go down there, I think, and place bets on sporting events. You don't. Yeah, what is it? It's just they're exploding in sports industry. Look what they've done with college and NIL. Okay, and they're going to play kids to play college football now, and they can have endorsement deals, and they can have endorsement deals and pay them. Can you say bring back the Fab Five banners and hang them from Chrysler Arena in Michigan? You gave Reggie Bush his ring back, so come on, hang the banners. But anyway, like I said, it's the sports industry, the lawmakers. It's the lawmakers in the state level, Washington, D.C., and even the sporting leagues themselves, like I just mentioned, and college football and NIL. And you go to pro games, and there's advertisements everywhere. It's the sporting leagues themselves that are making it easier, making it easier, and easier and easier and easier and easier and easier. Come on, to make people bet on games of all kinds. Like I said, all kinds. The advertising and technology make it so easy. It's so easy, a caveman could do it. It's so easy, a caveman could do it, cha-cha-cha, yeah, a caveman could do it. People that have never, ever placed a bet in their lives are just on gambling sites losing their life and fortune. You know the house always wins, right? Okay. Like I said, I don't have to go to the halftime. I don't have to go to my bookie. I can go to my phone. Where's my phone, Andy? Where? It's in the other room. So if it rings, it won't. All right, whatever. I could go to my phone, and I don't have them, but you can go online. Okay, we can go online right here. I go on my phone. I don't have it. And there's apps. There's apps like you could go download, a Facebook app and the Messenger app. And don't forget the betting apps like DraftKings, FanDuel, Caesars. You've heard them all. They've been advertised on TV. They've replaced the bookies and all the illegal venues. They're like, why would I go get a bookie when I could just, download an app and literally lose a fortune from the comfort of my own home? I mean, come on now. Come on. You can, that should be their catchphrase. get a recliner, download DraftKings, and lose a fortune. Sports teams in the leagues like Major League Baseball and football, and especially college football, they were fiercely, and I mean, they fought it with tooth and nail. They did not want any gambling, anything to do with you gambling on games. That was a big taboo. Okay? No way. Okay? Now they've partnered with and sponsored some of the sporting events themselves. The sports books. Have you seen every Super Bowl lasts 1, 2, 3, every 4 years, 5 years. Yeah, Gronkowski's kicking field goals for DraftKings and FanDuel's doing this, and 100 million free bets and all this. It's okay to bet on baseball now. Hey, speaking of Michigan banners, I just want to throw out this for a moment, but isn't it time we get Pete Rose in the Baseball Hall of Fame? I mean, come on. He gambled, so what? Everybody's doing it. I got apps on my phone. Oh, but it wasn't okay then. It wasn't okay. It wasn't okay then, but it's okay now. Well, then the marijuana laws are pardoning misdemeanor, minor offenses all across the country. Sports betting. It is literally, its goal is to bleed everyone dry. I mean, come on. It's everywhere. Everywhere. It's on TV, it's on radio, it's on TV commercials, it's online, it's on apps. Literally made. I didn't believe this. We don't have this year's data because it's only June, but we got part of the data. Okay. Last year, the sports betting industry in the United States of America, with bets placed from the United States of America, made $11 billion. $11 billion. $11 billion. Okay? Everybody's like, oh, gas is expensive. Inflation's killing us. I can't afford my rent. I can't afford groceries. My goodness, they're increasing the tax levies. And the library and the police department wants money. But you had $11 billion to gamble away. I did mention this before. You know the house always wins. Okay. Did I mention that? Okay. Supposedly you have to be 21 to gamble. But advertisements, like I said, are in stadiums, basketball arenas. They're on television. You can see them on the stadiums. Watching an NFL game. You got DraftKings, a banner hanging. Okay. That would lead me to believe otherwise. If you can't gamble till you're 21, but there is advertising for everyone, it would, lead me to believe otherwise, Go to any college campus and tell me, heck, go into any high school, upperclassmen high school campus, and betting on games is just flourishing. I mean, it's just making money. Everybody, we need money for the school. We need money. Did I mention they made $11 billion? Did I? I did? All right. $11 billion. Inflation can't be. Oh, but they raised the budget, for, a couple of trillion. You got $11 billion to gamble away. I don't, Why did they make so much? Why? Andy's just like, why did they make so much? First of all, the house is rigged to win. Okay, it just is. The way the point spreads, it's awful hard because, all right, I know sports. Okay, I know sports. All right, I've done podcasts about sports. I follow sports. If you've ever been around me, I have ESPN going all the time. We got ESPN and ESPN2, especially during college football season. I'm watching all of the games, okay, because I got to see who everybody's doing because, that's how college is. Okay, I'm looking at stats. I'm watching Michigan football. I'm watching our stats. I'm watching other teams, seeing how we rank, how we suit up with other players. I know who's hurt, who's coaching, who's not coaching, who's hot, who's not. There's all variables, okay, of a college football season or a professional football season or a basketball season, hockey season. Teams can go 6 weeks left to go in the National Hockey season. The Red Wings were making a run for the playoffs. Then they went for a player who was hurt. They lost 10 in a row. I know this stuff, all right? I know every aspect of the game, okay? Because I research stories. I do a podcast about sports, for crying out loud, okay? I can't win. There's no way I can win, okay? First of all, I wouldn't try, okay? Second of all, I'm not arrogant enough to think that I can beat the house with the way the odds are all set up. I was following this guy, what the heck was his name? I was following this guy it was on one of the DraftKings or one of the, Caesars, I think it was, actually. And he was the only he was the only person. He was the only person. Only the lonely, la, 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 la. He's the only person he's the only person with the, that he had the championship trifecta still alive. And what the championship trifecta was, he picked the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, and he covered the spread. This was way before this was before the seasons. This bet was made last year, okay, in 2023, to cash in, okay, at the end of this year, okay. So he won that. Chiefs won, they covered. And then he had Michigan Wolverines to win the national championship. And for them to cover the point spread, for those of you that don't know what covering is, Michigan was favored by, what were they favored by, Andy? 10? 12. They were favored by 12. They won by 21. They covered the spread, then some. Okay? If you're a touchdown favorite to win, you need to win by at least a touchdown. Bookies, point spreads are always they're always, you won't get a touchdown, you'll get 6.5 or 7.5. If they're favored for, yeah, that's right, okay. But anyway, back to the guy that had the trifecta. He had the Kansas City Chiefs, like I said. He covered the spread, Super Bowl championships. He had the Michigan Wolverines covering the spread, winning the national championship. And I'm watching this because his last pick looked to me like, man, this guy's got a winning ticket. There was only him left. At the beginning of the year, he spent $20 on a ticket, And the trifecta paid, because no one's left, it paid $28 million. He had the NBA Finals. And you could pick either the NBA Finals or the NHL Finals. So this man, everybody else was out, okay, by then, okay? People had not picked Kansas City. They had not picked Michigan. Overwhelmingly, preseason odds did not have Michigan winning the national championship. Talk to any Michigan Wolverine fan, and they'll say, "I told you so." Okay, so the last guy, he had the Chiefs, he had the Wolverines, he had the NBA Finals, he had and before the Finals, I'm like, well, good pick. He had the Mavericks, Dallas Mavericks in 6. I know, missed it by this freaking much. I know it. In case you didn't know, everybody, Boston won the NBA Finals. But on paper, it looked like the good bet. Boston went into it, not the big favorite. So, yeah. Just goes to show you. No one at the last year, 2023, won the championship trifecta at Caesars and I guess nowhere else. So, tonight, what, we're supposed to do a disclaimer? We're not going to do a disclaimer yet. Yeah, just a minute. Tonight, we got on ABC, ESPN, what everybody loves in any sport is a Game 7. Game 7, I'll watch a Game 7 even if I don't like the teams, because it's a Game 7. Okay, Stanley Cup Finals. The war of attrition has reached a Game 7. I can't, yeah. Edmonton Oilers at the Florida Panthers. Now remember Edmonton was down 3-0, and they've came back to tie the series. They're just, we're going to work, and the line. Okay. The line, and is there a fan? The line, we had a show about gambling. So, the line is Florida by 1.5 goals. Okay. So they have to win by 2. Okay. And the over-under is 5 goals. So you could bet that Florida will win by 2 or more, and there'll be 5 total goals in the game. Under, that's how you bet the series. I'll just take Florida to win straight up on the ice. Hell with the odds. I don't know the odds. I don't know the book. You just threw the numbers up for me. I knew. Game 7s tend to favor the home court. Florida is the home court, and so I would take Florida. Even though we talked about sports here and talked about gambling, also the statistics show that with the increase of gambling and the increase of sports book exposure, exactly, also brings the increase of people gambling and then having a problem with it. They're gambling at work, they're gambling their home savings away, they're gambling their child's educations, they're trying to chase that one more right. If Cleveland could just cover 6, we'll make a fortune. Well, of course you'll make a fortune, because they're not supposed to even cover. They're not even favored. So, the gambling, now that the Supreme Court has unleashed the beast, so to speak, we have another societal problem that gamblers are now exposed to downloading an app and being able to do it. So if you have a gambling problem, I would suggest Gamblers Anonymous. for you to get some help, and it works. As a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, you got to get help if you need it. So, there's our disclaimer. All right. It's going to be warm all week, Andy. Oh, jeez. Summer's here. Just a couple weeks ago, we were like, oh my God, it's snowing. It's blizzarding. Now it's 90. If you don't like the weather in Montana, stick around about 4 minutes. 4. I said 4-7 years ago. Warm all week, ladies. It's pedicure and flip-flop weather. So let's get with the program. And with the warmer weather, and I spoke about this earlier, there's no reason at all to take your dog from a cool, safe home where he lives and is safe and kill him by leaving him in a hot car. I've never understood why people would take their pet out of the safest place your pet could be in hot weather and just endanger their life. You know, I got my telescopic window breaker. Yeah, it's about this. It's about black. It's like 8 inches, and you spin it out. It's like 18. It's got a ball on the end. It's made specifically for breaking windows of cars. So, keep the dogs out of the cars. We're done? He's giving me the we're done sign. Let me see. Check. We are done. All right, everybody. Spay and neuter. All right? Come on. Adopt, don't shop. Foster, rescue, volunteer. Adopt a shelter pet today. Keep your dogs and cats and kids out of the hot cars. Be safe. Till next Monday, we are out of here. Have a great week, everybody. We are out of here.